from a shy, coy person to a confident, charismatic speaker. My name is Saad from Confident Conversations, and in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can enhance your physical appearance, how you look visually to come across more confident and professional. Now, at the beginning of my career, I didn't dress very well. It was a standard corporate job, so I wore trousers and a shirt and some not so well-looking black shoes, but it did the job. It was sort of what would be considered sufficient for a junior person or any person at the office. I was just wearing trousers and a shirt and shoes. I didn't need to wear a tie or blazer or anything else, but I argue you shouldn't just go off based on the minimum requirements of your job. Think about the job you want and dress accordingly, not for the job you have. A quote attributed, I believe, to Tom Ford. What do you want in your career? Do you want to be a manager? Do you want to be a CEO? Think about what you're aiming for and work towards that, both in the skills and qualifications and the look as well. The look is often underestimated. I've worked in many jobs over the last decade in the corporate sector, and most people, even by office standards, it's still pretty casual. People wear shirts and trousers, maybe you might see a tie or blazer, but that's not that common. But if you dress up, you take yourself more seriously, and others also will take you more seriously. People, even before I was a manager, I was wearing a shirt and a blazer, and actually jeans. It was, I'd say, maybe semi-formal or not quite formal. So jeans, a blue blazer and a shirt, no tie, and I was actually dressed better than most people in the office. Now, that worked for me. You don't have to do that. And that worked for the senior job I was doing because I was on site and you would barely find someone wearing a tie or a suit. So I thought, okay, I'd wear a blazer and jeans to look a little better. It's always better to go higher, slightly overdressed than underdressed. When people look at you, if they just see you with a shirt and the trousers, maybe they don't think you're trying to be as serious. I know you might not like the role, but this is just how it works. I can give my own personal opinion from my experience, anecdotally, that by dressing up, by wearing a blazer, not even a full suit, but just a blazer and jeans and a white shirt and more smarter shoes, that helped a lot when it comes to how people treated me, how people saw me, and I was able to get more senior positions, or specifically one senior position, just by dressing up better. By dressing up better, you are seen as more respected, more professional, more competent in your job. And that's not the only thing. Just by wearing a suit or blazer, that doesn't mean you're going to get a senior job. That didn't work for me. You have to be confident, you have to be intelligent, you have to be good at your job. But that's one key thing you can do. A simple thing, dress better. You can go from wearing a t-shirt to a shirt, from short sleeve to long sleeve, from no blazer to blazer, from no tie to tie. Just one of these small changes, you'll see you look a lot more formal. For men specifically, blazers really elevate your look when it comes to a professional setting. Most higher-ups are wearing a shirt and a blazer, even if not necessarily with a tie. Some wear a tie, some wear a waistcoat as well. So, I mean, look at this, like wearing a pocket square. It's a small thing you can add, but it does elevate your look. Now, it's not all about appearances. Appearances are not the most important thing. Your skills, your hard work, your competency is certainly more important. But don't diminish, don't underestimate, don't put a cover over your appearance. Now, you might say, okay, well, what about Mark Zuckerberg wearing t-shirt and jeans and being the CEO of Facebook? Are you the CEO of Facebook? Probably not. And that works for him. He's the boss, he can set the rules. But for the average person working in the corporate sector, you're not the one setting the rules. You have to be the one following them. And it's not something you really have to compromise about yourself just by looking a bit smarter. Wear what you're happy with, what you're comfortable with, but try to go for a more smarter look. Wear a blazer, wear a tie, put a pocket square watch, smarter shoes. go for more plain shirts, such as white being the best in my opinion, or perhaps blue, instead of maybe the more informal checkered shirts or the short sleeve shirts. Give it a go. Try to dress smarter for work and see how people receive you. See how the attitude towards you change. And especially when it comes to interviews, make sure you dress well. Thanks for listening.